What is up, you guys? Brooke here, and today is going to be a controversial video! It is round 11 of the Strike Back Videoathon today, and the topic is series I plan to not finish. I told you it's a controversial one, right? Let the controversy start now. So, there's a couple book series here that you all are gonna probably just despise me for not really wanting to continue on with the rest of the books. I'm sorry, it's just what I feel. It's just what I think. They're just not my cup of tea. Some teas are bitter. Whenever I say these series, I am not going to set in stone that I will never finish them, because who knows, maybe one day I'm gonna give it another shot. I'm gonna find hope and see the light at the end of the tunnel that maybe these books might be more up my alley later on in another time, maybe a year from now, or maybe months from now, or years from now, I don't know. But I don't want to just go ahead and like make it official that I won't be reading them, because I mean, who knows, maybe I'll change my mind. First one I'm going to be saying that I don't really want to finish is ACOTAR, A Quart of Thorns and Roses. I don't really like this series, guys. I can feel your hate. I can feel your hate. Stop it, stop it. The first book I listened to on audiobook, and it was just hard to get through. I kept waiting for that big bang to happen. Well, there is a big bang that happens, but I kept waiting for that big like moment of going, this is why everyone loves this book. And that moment never really came. The main character's name is Farrah, and I did not give any cares about her. She just was very whiny to me, very boring, very much like, let me do this, blah, 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 blah. Let me just state again that this was an audiobook, and sometimes audiobooks can make characters sound a lot worse than what they were meant to be written as. I think the narrator of the audiobook kind of made the main character of Farrah just unlikable. There's this line from A Quart of Thorns and Roses that kept popping up. And you know why I know that kept popping up? Because how the narrator said it all the time. The narrator, how she would say it, just annoyed the crap out of me. So the sentence that kept being said over and over in the book was, I straightened, like I straightened or whatever. And how the narrator kept saying it was like this: I straightened, I straightened, I straightened.
I straightened.
It was so annoying. It's like, why are you saying it like that? And why do you keep saying I straightened? Anyway, that's just a little pet peeve of mine with that book. But no, I just didn't see the romance. The romance was not there for me. I did not understand the whole aspect of it. I did like that one character who was kind of like the right-hand man to Tamlin or whatever. He was really good. I thought his character was really well developed. Tamlin, is it Tamlin or Tamblin? I'm gonna say Tamlin. Tamlin, on the other hand, I just did not care for him. I just felt like he was just like another Edward Cullen type of character. The end of the book, though, the end of the book really made it to where I was like, okay, I'll give the next book a chance. Because the end of the book got really, really good, and I ended up liking it a lot more than I thought, because the end was a lot better than the rest of the book. And A Quart of Mist and Fury, I have not finished. I am maybe a quarter of the way through, and I can't stand Farrah. She's just so annoying, and once again, I don't know if it's the audiobook that's making me not like this series, but I just don't like this series. I've even tried going back to start over and re-listen to A Quart of Mist and Fury after a couple months had gone by, and I was like, okay, let me get a better head mind about it, but I can't. I just don't like this series. And I can't tell if it's the audiobook's fault or not. But don't hate me, I know, you think of Quart and Mist and Fury is like one of the best things ever. I know, I've heard it. I don't know if I want to give it a chance. I've given it another chance, and I just don't want to give it another one. Here's another series that's controversial. The Shadowhunter books. Oh my gosh! Okay, so The City of Bones, I tried reading it, and I stopped reading it by maybe a third of the way through or so. I don't see the appeal. I don't get it. And I know everyone says that the first book is not the bestest, the best one, but I mean, shouldn't the first book kind of be a good way of into the rest of the series? But Anyway, I can't do it. And then after I couldn't get into the book while reading it, I was like, okay, maybe I can get through it a lot faster by listening to it on audiobook. And once again, audiobook, I just can't. The book just doesn't intrigue me. The book is not grabbing me, is not like just sticking with me whenever I'm not reading it. It's just a forgettable book to me, and I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody out there. I even tried watching the Shadowhunters TV show going, maybe I can finally see what the big deal is. Maybe I can finally see what's going on and why everyone loves this. And of course, it's a really corny show. I stopped watching after the second episode. I just don't think this series is gonna happen for me. I think this series is definitely one I will not finish. And that last series leads into the next one, the Immortal Instruments. Gosh. I really liked the Immortal Instruments at the very beginning. I thought the very beginning with the Black Sisters, I think that was their official name was the Black Sisters. I thought the very beginning of where she was captured by them was very good, and I was like thinking, oh my gosh, I'm finally getting into this author. I'm finally getting into this type of world. It's finally clicking. And then I started to meet more of the characters. I started to meet the famous Will Herondale and what's his name, Jim Carstairs, and it starts to get boring, and I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Will Herondale's just another sarcastic guy that I've seen out of other books. I read this more than halfway through. I think I maybe had like maybe a quarter-ish left to finish or something. I don't see the appeal. I just don't get it. I don't understand why it's such a big thing. Once again, I'm not trying to hurt feelings. I really am not. I am sure it's great because lots of people love it. I just don't think it's for me. And the last series that I will be mentioning today that I will not be finishing is so funny because it's the Twilight series. I had read Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and I was so close to finishing Breaking Dawn. I had maybe a quarter of the way more to read of Breaking Dawn, and then part 2 of Breaking Dawn movie came out, and I saw the rest of it, and I just kind of was like, yeah, okay, all right, I'm done now. I don't really, do I need to read the rest of it in book form? Nah, I'm good. I really liked reading the Twilight books whenever they were out and about. I just have no interest in going back and finishing that book because I know what happens now. But I've heard the book is a lot more unclimactic than the movie's ending of like how things came about and stuff. I've heard that it was just kind of like a big build to nothing really happening at all. I feel like I've just made my peace of knowing that I'm not going to read Breaking Dawn the rest of it because I had pretty much read all of it. That's okay. I don't feel compelled to go back and finish the rest. Okay, phew! Hope you guys don't hate me after those. I feel like the ACOTAR series was the one that was going to hurt the most. Or maybe, I don't know, but the Shadowhunters one and the Immortal Instruments one, all of those are such popular books, and so I was really scared for this video because I really am not saying that your opinions don't matter and that your opinions are wrong. I really respect everyone's opinions, and I am sure that those books have such a place for you in your heart, but my heart just doesn't have room for them. I want to thank you all for watching today's topic of the Strike Back Videoathon. That was round 10. No, dang it was round 11. But yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you next time.